I don't know how to predict where you'll be, and honestly, it's really stressing me out. 'Cause sometimes we're going strong, and sometimes I feel like it's the wrong run. And it might be selfish, I know, but I need more stability. So I just wish we were constant and could stay the same for more than a week. 'Cause it feels like we lost it, and those variables hurt in various degrees. And oh, I know it's a lot to expect, but these changes are hard to accept. I just wish we were constant, 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 constantly. Sometimes, and I can't tell when your mind's made up. So we fight through the night, and everything's fine when we wake up. And it might be selfish, I know, but I need more stability. I just wish we were constant and could stay the same for more than a week. 'Cause it feels like we lost it, and those variables hurt in various degrees. And oh, I know it's a lot to expect, but these changes are hard to accept. I just wish we were constant, 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 constantly.
All right. It's Friday. I'm back. It's been a rough week. I'll tell you what. I had to do my Eclipse final for Eclipse, the technology class I was taking for CCR for my CAP software. And it kicked my butt. It really kicked my butt. It took me like 3 days to do it. But it was doing a transcript, making a title page, a certification page, scoping it, do all the things. What's up, Bennett? How you doing, bud? And so, yeah, it was tough. It was tough, and all the things that were taught through the whole 15 weeks were brought into excuse me. We're brought into thank you, Heather. We're brought into play, and some of the stuff I couldn't remember, so it was a lot of looking at my book, my basic workbook, looking into the visualizers that are in Eclipse, and then going back to some of the videos and lessons that I learned for it. So I don't know how well I did, but man, it's crazy. So Heather, how are you today? How's your week been? It's try not to make my week a sob story, but it was a tough week. So many many hours doing this scoping stuff, and thank God for backups in Eclipse. And I'm sure Case has it too, but I can only speak for Eclipse. But thank God for backups, because there's a couple times where I did some keystrokes that I wasn't looking up at my screen. I was trying to type something, and it went into macros, and wow, there's a couple times I had to pull my backups up just to, cause I couldn't figure out how to fix what I did wrong. So yeah, it's craziness. Yeah, it's not. I blame more myself, because it wasn't as terrifying. It was just difficult because maybe, you know, I just didn't. I paid attention in class, but I mean, I don't know if it's. I'm more of a hands-on guy. I want to do it during the class, and a lot of it was done during the class, but probably not in depth, where I didn't remember. It didn't really stick in my mind. So I had to go back, read the book, and do stuff like that. So a lot of it did stick. There were some that I just couldn't remember how to do, that I had to go back and look. So, all in all, do you is that what you have? Do you have Eclipse, Heather, or do you have Case Catalyst? And like I said, I only speak for Eclipse, because it is an awesome program. Just a lot of it, I just couldn't. There's a lot of stuff it does. A lot of stuff that's pretty awesome. All right, let's see where we're going. So today we're doing you're in you're okay, you're in theory. All right. So today we're doing jury charge. The base speed is going to be 80 words per minute. For those of you just joining, I don't know what that noise is. Sorry. Something's going on. I have something running that I don't need running. I'm just trying to figure out what it is. It's probably the Discord that's on my streaming computer, so hopefully it doesn't get annoying. Anyway, we're doing jury charge today. 80 words per minute is the base speed. So if you're new to the stream, or just started, or new to EV360, the way I do it is I use my readback portion of EV360s. That's the vertical notes that you see on my screen. That's not from my CAT software. It's actually from the program itself. I do 6 sections. Each section has 5 takes, and those 5 takes are done at different speeds. So since 80 is my base speed, we're going to be doing 70, 80, 90, 100, and 110. For all that stuff. I do have a bunch of preview words and stuff brought up. There's not a whole lot of stuff. You're going to see preponderance of the evidence. I think that's really the only thing that popped up. Reasonable, prudent person, I have a brief for that. And then preponderance of the credible evidence, I have a brief for that when we get there. But other than that, you're just going to have some different words and stuff like that. So if anytime there's a word or brief that you need, just put it in chat. Chat is open. I can see it. So that's going to be awesome. And also, today is going to be the first day that I'm streaming to YouTube as well. So, as a matter of fact, I don't even know if it's working. Let me check that real quick. And there were some issues, I guess, that people couldn't find my my channel. And there is another person on there that's called Steno Gamer, which is, again, odd. But I checked it this time, and it is popped up there. If you do search for Steno Gamer on YouTube, it is there. So I'm just trying to see. Yep, and there I am live. That's awesome. Sweet. Give myself a little thumbs up there. Actually, I wonder if I can share it to. Yeah, I can't do that. Discard. I wonder if I say share, if I can just copy it. Oh, I can. Sorry, I'm talking to I'm talking to myself live. Just give me a second here. I'm gonna try to see if I can put it on. I'll publish it. Okay, there it's shared. it's weird because I'm not. It's weird trying to manage all of these social media accounts. It's like I neglect one. I need to figure out how to get them all sharing together, like my Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all that stuff. So, and now YouTube, Twitch. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. But the program I use is just now allowing me to stream to YouTube as well. And for those of you in the geek world like me, Microsoft had a streaming service called Mixer, and it was supposed to be, so Twitch is like, I guess, for lack of better words right now, like the top dog when it comes to streaming services. And so Microsoft made Mixer to kind of compete with that, and they brought over some big names from Twitch, and it failed. So a lot of the guys are going, they partnered up with Facebook, so a lot of the guys from Mixer are going over to Facebook Gaming, and that's where my account comes from. And a lot of them are going to YouTube. So I think that's why Streamlabs kind of made it easier to stream to YouTube as well. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let's get to Steno. All right, guys. So let's check this out. Let's get this started here. I got to push a couple buttons first. Hold on a second. Trying to think where I'm at here. Gilberto, how are you? It's been a minute. All right, so we're going to do section 1, take 1. This is at 70 words per minute. This is jury charge. So I've been running my mouth long enough. Let's get this party started. I should get this thing going here. Hold on a second. Sorry. There we go. All right, let's get this party started. Get these mouses out of the way. I have a big desk with 2 computer screens, my laptop, my gaming PC, 2 keyboards, 2 mouses. So it's I always start grabbing the wrong one sometimes. I'm working full time, haven't made it in today. Hey, no problem, man. Whenever you can make it, come on in. It's always welcome. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Let's see here. All right, section 1, take 1, 70 words per minute. Jury charge. Let's do this.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it now comes that time in the trial of the case that I give to you the law as you must apply it to this case. In this case, we've had an expert witness, a doctor, testifying. A witness who has special knowledge, skill, experience, training, or education in a particular science, profession, or occupation may give an opinion as an expert as to any matter in which he is skilled.
Nice. Okay, so that wasn't that bad. Expert witness, if this is my brief for it, X and S. So, because witness is this for me, W and S. So, expert witness, that's my brief for it, X and S. Profession is 1. Here is a nice little, if you don't have a brief for it, that's what I use right there. And then occupation, skilled is kind of easy. Well, kind of easy. It's, oops, sorry. I guess not. I guess it isn't easy because I hit the P. There it is. Skilled. There it is. Got it. Nailed it. And then I did this for science. I don't know if that's going to work or not because this is actually what I see for a brief is a 2-stroke, but I wonder if this would work. I'm not sure. If it conflicts anything, I probably can throw an asterisk in there as well. Sweet. So yeah, that's the only really big one that stuck out for me is expert witness. Currently working, but I'm here so I won't get fined. Get fined for what? Weird. Ray, how are you, bud? I saw you like to stream. Glad you can make it today. It's Friday. It's been a rough week, Ray. It's been a rough week, dude. My technology class, its final, really worked me over. All right, let's do take two. This is 80 words per minute.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it now comes that time in the trial of the case that I give to you the law as you must apply it to this case. In this case, we've had an expert witness, a doctor, testifying. A witness who has special knowledge, skill, experience, training, or education in a particular science, profession, or occupation may give an opinion as an expert as to any matter in which he is skilled.
Yeah. Oh, the last day of school was yesterday. So you on a break? Yeah. It was tough. So it was like setting up a title page and in an Eclipse, I can set as a block file and bring it into the page with a stroke. And then oh, okay. I got it. I got it, Gilberto. All right. Sorry, it took me a minute. As soon as you said that, I knew exactly what you're talking about. Marshawn Lynch. Yep. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Um, so I had to do a title page, a cert page, and then a face sheet of, I guess basically a notice to get all my information from. Make a list file for all the attorneys, blanks, adding blanks to it so it fills it in, and then I had to transcribe a 10-minute Q&A with colloquies and a bunch of other stuff in there. And then I had to go and send that in as unscoped and then go back and scope it, add in things, making sure all the margins and all that stuff were taken care of. Send that in and then delete some of it and then go in and pull up my backup file and to fix it, so on and so forth. So it was bananas. It just took, not that it was hard, it was hard for me, I guess is a, so, and it's, I would guarantee most of it's just my fault for, I mean, I don't say I wasn't paying, I mean, I was paying attention, but just, it took a long time for a lot of that stuff just to stick. 3 weeks. Yeah, I think I have one more week after this. And then I go on break, but I don't think it's a long break. My school, sometimes I have like a 1 week break and then it starts, and sometimes I have like a 3 week break and then it starts. So, yeah, Ralph, that's a true statement. Sometimes, not all the times. My brain is full of useless knowledge that would probably work well as a Jeopardy contestant, but just sometimes it's crowded. So, all right, let's do 90 words per minute.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it now comes that time in the trial of the case that I give to you the law as you must apply it to this case. In this case, we've had an expert witness, a doctor, testifying. A witness who has special knowledge, skill, experience, training, or education in a particular science, profession, or occupation may give an opinion as an expert as to any matter in which he is skilled.
All right. Um, to be honest, Gilberto, I don't know. Um, what's holding me back is my speed building, and that's why I've been practicing a lot. And I think the consensus is with a lot of students is that that's what holds them back, is just to getting the speed up. I can get through all the other classes just fine for the degree, but it's the speed building that's holding me back. I mean, there are some gifted people that are able to just pick it up and run with it. So I am not one of those people. Yeah, I'm not one of those people. Some things came naturally to me. Guitar came naturally and stuff like that, but for some reason this is not. I really have to work at it, and that's not an issue. My speed building and where I'm at is a direct reflection of how much time I've put into it, and that's one of the reasons why the stream has been started. However, this last couple of weeks with COVID, especially with the kids being home all the time, it's harder for me to find time. And then usually I have time at night, but I'm just tired sometimes and I don't do it. So, like I said, it's a direct reflection of how much effort I've put into it. And I've kind of slacked off this last, I would say, month. Stop thinking about what you're doing and just do it. Yeah, and Ralph, that's a pretty accurate statement. I need to get the muscle memory and everything else down, which I've noticed since I've started this stream that I don't look down at my keyboard as much. I see it in my mind now as I'm typing, my keyboard in my mind now. So I guess that's a good thing. The muscle memory is coming there where the keys are at. It's just recalling what I'm supposed to be stroking. All right, let's do 100 words per minute.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it now comes that time in the trial of the case that I give to you the law as you must apply it to this case. In this case, we've had an expert witness, a doctor, testifying. A witness who has special knowledge, skill, experience, training, or education in a particular science, profession, or occupation may give an opinion as an expert as to any matter in which he is skilled.
Gilberto, yes, I am a full-time student. I am a full-time student. It's been a rough month, though, for me. I'll tell you what. And it has, and that's also on my organizational skills and planning and stuff like that. I suck at it, so I actually have a journal and stuff like that to help me plan days out, and I have to start doing it. I did it last night, so I'm gonna try to get in the habit of planning my day out the night before, just to so I have it on paper. I mean, I have my phone, but for me, it's more satisfying to write down in like a day planner just to have it. So it's my lack of planning and time management is really the biggest thing for me. That's my biggest downfall. Yeah, Ray's a full-time student too. He keeps it real. All right, let's do 110.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it now comes that time in the trial of the case that I give to you the law as you must apply it to this case. In this case, we've had an expert witness, a doctor, testifying. A witness who has special knowledge, skill, experience, training, or education in a particular science, profession, or occupation may give an opinion as an expert as to any matter in which he is skilled.
Man, butchered the hell out of that one. I'm sorry, I had a massive drop right in the middle. Right when he starts, an expert witness and he starts rattling off the skills, education, training, occupation. I seem to mess that one up. But hey, that was section 1. Not hard, But I guess the 3 days off, I can tell. 3 days of not practicing as much as I should has really showed up, big time. All right, so we're going to go into section 2 here. We're going to take it back down to 70 words per minute. Gilberto, what do you do full time besides student? What do you work as? Just curious. You don't if you don't want to share, that's fine. You can plead the fifth. Plead the fifth. Got to do it, yeah. And that's the thing. I need to get practice. I need to get in the mindset of if I have had half an hour. And my biggest thing is putting my phone down. If you and I think Annie Hall wrote in one of the groups, court reporting student groups that I'm in. I don't know how it works for Android. I have an iPhone, and if you go to your screen time, I just looked at it, and I won't give you the number, but I'm like, wow, I need to put my phone down a lot. It's amazing how much technology and the access to social media, excuse me, that it's there. And so it's in your hand, it's on you all the time, and how often where you have that 5 seconds, you just look at it. And then all of a sudden you start going down that rabbit hole. And so that's yeah. Gilberto's in the trucking industry, logistics. Oh, okay. My wife's grandparents own a trucking logistics company in Indiana, pretty close to Chicago. And another friend of mine here has a logistics company too for trucking. So it's pretty interesting what he does. Making sure everything runs smoothly. Yeah, and so I'm almost tempted to go back to a flip phone, to be honest with you. It slows down at your speed if you continue to look at your phone. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, my phone's running right now, but it's so I can see what's going on here. But yeah, that's definitely maybe might have to do that for I have T-Mobile, so maybe buy an old flip phone and put my SIM card in there just to try it out for a month. See what happens. It'd be an interesting science project. I think I might do that. All right, let's do section 2, 70 words per minute. Here we go. Take 1.
In determining the weight to be given to such an opinion, you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, should consider the qualifications and credibility of the expert, as well as the reasons, the facts, and other matters upon which any opinion was based. You are not bound by any such opinion. Give it the weight, if any, to which you think it is entitled. In both of these cases, the plaintiffs have the burden of establishing by a preponderance of the evidence all of the facts necessary to prove.
All right. We got some good stuff here. Yeah, seriously, Ray, I'm not kidding, man. I might start looking at it. Or offloading a bunch of my social media apps and just not having them on my phone. Currently living. I live in Arizona. I don't mind. I think I've mentioned it a couple times. Kingman, Arizona. There was a drop in there, but I felt pretty good. Okay, so before I forget, determining DER and G. My qualifications, I don't know, everybody has different ones, but this is how I do my qualification. That's qualification, and then I bring it back for the S. Mind you, if I can get that Z in there, I might be able to do it one stroke. Credibility for me, KREBLT. That's credibility. Thanks, Ralph. You're amazing. Reasons. Now, I did this because that's what I've been used to doing, reasons. But I can also do this. I'm sorry, reasons. All right, Ralph. I'll hit you up later. You are not. This is that's my brief for that. URNT. Entitled is ENLD for me. There it is. Plaintiffs, everybody has got different ways to do it. This is plaintiff. This is plaintiffs for me. Establishing, STAEB, establishing, and preponderance of the evidence, PEFD. That is preponderance of the evidence for me. I think I covered everything that popped up there. All right. Let's see. All right, let's do 80 words per minute. This is take 2. Here we go.
In determining the weight to be given to such an opinion, you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, should consider the qualifications and credibility of the expert, as well as the reasons, the facts, and other matters upon which any opinion was based. You are not bound by any such opinion. Give it the weight, if any, to which you think it is entitled. In both of these cases, the plaintiffs have the burden of establishing by a preponderance of the evidence all of the facts necessary to prove.
All right, a couple little weird wonky drops in there. But I think it was more of my my fingers getting watered up. Hey, Ray, did you see that I was on YouTube now? I'm on YouTube. I'm famous. Can I put that down on my resume? I'm a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber, Ma. She's so proud. All right. Where are we at? 90 words per minute. We were on take 3, right? Yeah. Yeah, I just want to make sure I want to talk about it. I just want to make sure you guys knew. It's like a CrossFitter. That's all I talk about. I'm on YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. I'm going to make business cards. Yeah, it's streaming live on YouTube. Steno Gamer. You should check it out. I put a link in the on my Facebook page. At least it should be still streaming. And you can put a comment in there, and I can see that's coming from YouTube. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it does. Let me look. Maybe. Let me go into the actual thing here. Chat was off for you on you? Weird. I just tried to do that. Let me see. Interesting. It says, Watching made for kids content. Oh, I gotta change that because I put it for made for kids. This is my first stream on there. So, yeah, let me see. Give me a second because I gotta change that. So if it's marked for content for kids, um, then I can't you can't comment on it, which is weird. So let me okay, so there's that. YouTube Studio. Is it settings maybe? If I can't figure this out in like 5 seconds, I'm gonna not do this. Oh, maybe here. Okay. Maybe I can do it now. Maybe. Okay, so let me shut down this. Bring it back up. It's changed now, so I can do content for kids. I just don't know if I'm able to. Okay, now it should be able to do it. There it goes. All right. Technical difficulties. All right, so you should be able to, if someone's watching on YouTube, just I was able to do a chat. All right, Gilberto. Sorry, I kind of took over with trying to fix that thing, but I didn't need to know that kind of stuff to make sure everything's working like it's supposed to. So if you guys are on, if anybody's on YouTube, can you post something in chat so I can see if to make sure it's working? Until then, 90 words per minute.
In determining the weight to be given to such an opinion, you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, should consider the qualifications and credibility of the expert, as well as the reasons, the facts, and other matters upon which any opinion was based. You are not bound by any such opinion. Give it the weight, if any, to which you think it is entitled. In both of these cases, the plaintiffs have the burden of establishing by a preponderance of the evidence all of the facts necessary to prove.
Man, okay. I kind of jacked that one up. All right, so yeah, and I gotta start with the YouTube one. I gotta start hashtagging things and all the other fun stuff so people, it makes it easier to search. I gotta read some more on how to make it more recognizable, I guess. So I put like stenography and stuff in there, so when people are looking at that kind of stuff, it's there. But it is live. All right, let's see. 100 words per minute. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Here we go.
In determining the weight to be given to such an opinion, you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, should consider the qualifications and credibility of the expert, as well as the reasons, the facts, and other matters upon which any opinion was based. You are not bound by any such opinion. Give it the weight, if any, to which you think it is entitled. In both of these cases, the plaintiffs have the burden of establishing by a preponderance of the evidence to prove.
Yeah, it gets a little wonky for me right at the end, but it's not awful. It's not awful at all. Hey, Rach, black cherry vanilla today. I also have orange mango. Orange mango. The audio is kind of echoing. Okay, I'll have to listen to it later because I don't know without turning the volume up because it'll echo anyway here. I'll look at it on the break after this 110. I'll go back and rewind it a little bit. Just the dictation part. Okay. Is it echoing? Let me do this because my it might be that. It might be that, and also it might be my microphone picking it up on my headphones. That's been an issue before. So, is it echoing for everybody? So what I did is I shut off my speakers for my computer, so you should still hear things, the dictation stuff, and I've moved my microphone away from my headphones. It echoes the dictation. Okay, so it might be because my microphone was closer to my face, so I just moved it a little farther away, and we'll try that one. All right, here's 110.
In determining the weight to be given to such an opinion, you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, should consider the qualifications and credibility of the expert, as well as the reasons, the facts, and other matters upon which any opinion was based. You are not bound by any such opinion. Give it the weight, if any, to which you think it is entitled. In both of these cases, the plaintiffs have the burden of establishing by a preponderance of the evidence all of the facts necessary to prove.
All right. If you were listening on YouTube, let me know if that was Hey Stan, how are you, bud? I'm gonna write that one down. And I think we've talked about that one before. Just working nice. Yeah, I'm just working. I'm finally able to stream on YouTube, but it seems like we're getting an echo on that channel. Okay, no echo. All right, so it was probably my microphone was too close to my face and it was picking up out of my headphones, is what I'm thinking. And I did turn the speakers off that are on my streaming computer, so I don't know if that had anything to do with anything anyway, but maybe that was it. Maybe it was just too close to my face. All right, let's see. That's good. I'm glad there's no echo now, and that's probably what it was, because I had it like real. It's off screen, you can't see it, but it was pretty close to my face, and as I would turn my head, it's right here next to my headphones, so I think that was probably it. Maybe. All right, so we did 2 sections, guys. Let's take a quick break. Drink some water, stretch, move around. And if I didn't mention, I'm going to stream to about 11 because I do have a physical therapy appointment today. I have some back issues. And I went last time, my first physical therapy appointment ever. And I don't know if anybody here has ever had dry needling done to them, but it's a game changer. It is 100% a game changer. They stick a long needle in I think it was 4 of them in my back, my lower back, and hooked it up to a TENS machine and gave me some electrical shocks to kind of like get my muscles going. And it was awesome. I tell you what, it was awesome. So anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Let's take a break and we'll come back for section 3 and 4. All right. I made it back. I made it back. All right. All right. So, yeah, dry needling. It's amazing if you never had it done, if you have stiff muscles, joints, and stuff like that. It was a great thing. My back hasn't felt that good in months, if not years. So, it's good to be able to have some kind of mobility back. At least that's one thing about COVID that is making all my VA appointments like I should be doing. Take care of some issues that I have. So apparently last November when I was up in the Bay Area visiting my brothers, we went ice skating and I fell on the ice because I got a little too cocky and fell on my arm. It's been kind of not bugging me so much, but when I put pressure on my right here, it hurts, and I got an X-ray done, and apparently it's fractured. So there's that. All right. Yeah. So I went and had a ortho appointment yesterday, and they're going to send me for an MRI to make sure my tendon's still attached, apparently. So I'm kind of nervous about that because I don't know how that's going to affect writing, but we'll figure it out as we go. So a little nervous about it, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's do section 3. This is take 1. We're going to bring it back down to 70 words per minute. Yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated. Yeah, I'm worried that if they cut into my arm and do surgery, how that's going to... I mean, it's not really affecting my writing now, so I guess, I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, section 3, take 1, 70 words per minute. Here we go. Hey, Nikki, how are you?
That the defendant was negligent.
Oops.
2, that the negligence of the defendant was a proximate cause of an injury and damage to the plaintiff. And 3, the nature and extent of the injuries claimed to have been suffered, the element of plaintiff's damage, and the amount thereof. Now there is an affirmative defense which has been raised as to the claim of Vincent Rogers, on that the defendant has the burden of proof.
Um, there's a burden of proof. It's basically burp with the asterisk for me. I wrote it out, but yeah, it's there. I don't think there's any shortcuts in here for me. Not shortcuts or briefs. I looked for one for affirmative defense. I didn't find one, but FRIF, affirmative defense. Yeah, burden of proof for me is burp with the asterisk. Extent was in there, which is extent, nature. Proximate was in there for me, so if you don't have one for proximate, PRBGS. And then negligent, NEJ. Sorry. NEJ. And negligence, NEJS. Those are the ones I've been using. Yeah, nothing major in that one. All right. Section 3, take 2. This is going to be at 80 words per minute. Here we go.
1. That the defendant was negligent. 2. That the negligence of the defendant was a proximate cause of an injury and damage to the plaintiff. And 3. The nature and extent of the injuries claimed to have been suffered, the element of plaintiff's damage, and the amount thereof. Now there is an affirmative defense which has been raised as to the claim of Vincent Rogers, on that the defendant has the burden of proof.
There it is. The burden of proof. Burden of proof. Bada boom, bada bing. You brief proximate cause. Was that actually what he said? Let me look. Proximate. Okay, I see it. Sweet. Oops, almost lost my pen there. Proximate cause. Okay, I'm gonna work that one in Standa's pros. That's your approximate cause is this. You don't know how you remember that. It's been, how long has it been since you've I don't want to say have done machine shorthand, Stan, but I know that you do some programming stuff. When's the last time that you actually done captioning, deposition and that kind of stuff? Because if you guys don't know, Stan does computer programming in machine shorthand and stenography, if I remember correctly. Did it completely professional like in March, so it's been a minute. Okay, cool. I was just curious. Probable cause is proc for you. Okay, I'll have to look that one up after the shutdown. It slowed down. I can imagine, because you're in New York City now, and if I remember correctly, that place is like shut down, correct? And not to I try to keep not really okay. Yeah, I try to keep politics off this. Um, but one interesting fact is that the governor of Arizona, put mandates in place about gyms and bars, so on and so forth. And someone had posted on a friend of mine that had posted on Facebook owns a gym. He's a MMA guy, has a gym that does that. And apparently he got reported for having people in there, and the city sent him a warning, and that if they continue to operate, that it's a class 1 misdemeanor in Arizona, and also the city threatened to take their business license, so on and so forth. A bunch of that stuff. It's just a long warning. So it was interesting to see that the city is actually taking a stand for it. Whether you agree with it or not, I'm just saying that it's they're actually doing something about it, because that was one of the big things that everybody kept questioning when the governor said shut them all down. Anyway, that's my TED Talk. Again, take 3. This is going to be at 90 words per minute. Here we go.
1. That the defendant was negligent. 2. That the negligence of the defendant was a proximate cause of an injury and damage to the plaintiff. And 3. The nature and extent of the injuries claimed to have been suffered, the element of plaintiff's damage, and the amount thereof. Now there is an affirmative defense which has been raised as to the claim of Vincent Rogers. On that, the defendant has the burden of proof.
There it is. Yeah, it is. It is wild. So, yeah, craziness. All right. Let's see. Yeah, these type of conversations probably take better. If you want to get political, I'm not want to get political, but I'm thinking about, and I keep saying it about the Friday happy hour, and that's what kind of we discuss what's going on in our worlds. I need to make that a thing. I like a legit thing. I just gotta find time to do it, maybe like once a month or twice a month. All right, 100 words per minute. Here we go.
1. That the defendant was negligent. 2. That the negligence of the defendant was a proximate cause of an injury and damage to the plaintiff. And 3. The nature and extent of the injuries claimed to have been suffered, the element of plaintiff's damage, and the amount thereof. Now there is an affirmative defense which has been raised as to the claim of Vincent Rogers. On that, the defendant has the burden of proof.
All right. Felt a little better on that one. That's good. Yeah, little Zoom hangouts. I still haven't figured out how to really stream with everybody on here. As far as video goes, without eating up my bandwidth. But I think I can do... Yeah, so it might just be a private Zoom. Not a private Zoom, but a Zoom that everybody can... kind of show up and just do a Zoom thing and just post it on my channel, because there's no reason to broadcast it, so just a hangout. I would focus on when you hear that the yeah, because I don't need to do. It's weird because it's like that the, and I know that the is that for me. That Hey, Bennett, thanks for liking the stream, bud. Yeah, I think I wrote that was supposed to be to the, or maybe. Yeah, let me look at that real quick, Stan. Because he's doing a list. One, so the way it reads is that in the beginning of the sentences: one, that the defendant was; two, that the negligence of; and three, the nature. So yeah, it's that the. So I might have, yeah, it was probably some weird shadowing or something I was doing. Let me focus on that a little bit. All right, let's do 110.
1. That the defendant was negligent. 2. That the negligence of the defendant was a proximate cause of an injury and damage to the plaintiff. And 3. The nature and extent of the injuries claimed to have been suffered, the element of plaintiff's damage, and the amount thereof. Now there is an affirmative defense which has been raised as to the claim of Vincent Rogers. On that, the defendant has the burden of proof.
All right. Yeah, and it could have been just me. I'm trying to think too. Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out why I would write that, to be honest, too. And maybe I'm just missing that for some reason, and trying to get the in there, and just maybe not just shadowing it, or who knows? Who is? I'm sure even professionals maybe look at their notes sometime and go, "What is that?" Because there are times when I review my notes, like sometimes I'll go back and look at my notes. And I can't really go back on these notes here. I mean, I can, but once I shut this down, they go away. But there are times I'll do like long dictations in my CAT software, and then I'll go back and read it. I'm like, oh, I'm good to go, good to go. And then I get to a section, I'm like, did I have a seizure or something when I was writing this? Who knows? Craziness. All right, let's do section 4. We're going to bring it back down to 70 words per minute. I can probably tell you you're going to hear preponderance of the credible evidence, and that is this for me. Preponderance of the credible evidence is PRAU asterisk BGZ. Oh, I'm sorry, DZ. So, unless you got something simpler from that. You're going to see all the facts, which is that. I'm sorry, all of the facts. Dictionary aware. I've noticed that, and I know with my with Eclipse, I can add like a slop stroke dictionary to it that will help me out a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how far this is going to go down. So those are the ones that stick out at the top. If reasonable and prudent person shows up, that's my PRAO asterisk P is my reasonable and prudent person. Yeah, I think those are the only big ones that show up. So, all right, let's do 70 words per minute. This is section 4, take 1.
He has the burden of establishing by a preponderance of the credible evidence, ladies and gentlemen, all of the facts necessary to prove that the plaintiff was negligent and that the plaintiff's negligence contributed as a proximate cause to the injury and damage claimed to have been suffered. This defense of contributory negligence applies only to Vincent Rogers. I have used the term negligence.
Okay, so look right here. That was my nickname in college. So yeah, they call me old. Oh, look, here's old Slopstroke. Here he comes. Hashtag Slopstroke. I gotta remember to put that in my my Twitter stuff or my YouTube stuff. Slopstroke. And then Ray will start a band and we'll call it Slopstroke. See, Debbie has actually something important to say. Ray, calm down. Contributory negligence. I like that. Final KRJ. That's not right. Can't do that. Is it K unanimously? Is that initial K, initial RJ, or is it initial K, final RJ? Debbie. Unanimously. Unanimously. KRJ, got it. I like that Stan's like rediscovering his dictionary has some awesome briefs in it. It's like finding $5 in your pocket. You're like, yes, I have the thing. Good old Slopstroke McGee, back at it again with the Steno. Damn it, Ray. All right, let's do section 4, take 2. Here we go. It's 80 words per minute.
He has the burden of establishing by a preponderance of the credible evidence, ladies and gentlemen, all of the facts necessary to prove that the plaintiff was negligent and that the plaintiff's negligence contributed as a proximate cause to the injury and damage claimed to have been suffered. This defense of contributory negligence applies only to Vincent Rogers. I have used the term negligence.
All right. Sorry, I got a little crazy on that one. I was totally concentrating waiting for contributory negligence to come up so I can use it. And oh, Ray. That's gonna be Ray's nickname. Like, welcome to Happy Hour with Steno Gamer and Slopstroke. Oh man. All right. Damn it, Ray. Oh, damn you all. All right, section 4, take 3. Game face. Let's go, Slopstroke. 90 words per minute.
He has the burden of establishing by a preponderance of the credible evidence, ladies and gentlemen, all of the facts necessary to prove that the plaintiff was negligent and that the plaintiff's negligence contributed as a proximate cause to the injury and damage claimed to have been suffered. This defense of contributory negligence applies only to Vincent Rogers. I have used the term negligence.
All right. Oh, ready to kill me. It's Friday though. Contributed. Who's got a brief for that? I'll look it up too though. KBT. So contributed would be KRBD. Stands at it again. Nice. TOFB. Contributed KRBGT. Yeah, see, let me show you what I got. This is popping up right there. That one's right there though. KRBTD. Contributed. But also this one, just without the T. So I guess that's nice. I can use either one because if I shadow that T, it's still gonna work for me. I like it. I like it. All right, here we go. 100 words per minute. Here we go.
He has the burden of establishing by a preponderance of the credible evidence, ladies and gentlemen, all of the facts necessary to prove that the plaintiff was negligent and that the plaintiff's negligence contributed as a proximate cause to the injury and damage claimed to have been suffered. This defense of contributory negligence applies only to Vincent Rogers. I have used the term negligence.
Watching the close. So it is it, see, I don't understand because it doesn't do it for me. And to be honest, I'm kind of mad about it because I want to see what it says. Yeah, I don't. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I don't know. That's funny. I can mark my post as a COVID-19 update. I should do that. Here's your COVID-19 update. Still around. Wear a mask. No, I don't want. I don't want to see it. I do want to see it. I do. Especially when I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing and I mumble. I want to see what that says. I want to see the garbage. Garbage. It's French. Garbage. All right, 110.
He has the burden of establishing by a preponderance of the credible evidence, ladies and gentlemen, all of the facts necessary to prove that the plaintiff was negligent and that the plaintiff's negligence contributed as a proximate cause to the injury and damage claimed to have been suffered. This defense of contributory negligence applies only to Vincent Rogers. I have used the term negligence.
All right. Some drops right there in the middle. Streamlabs, follow me on social. Okay, so it's going to Twitch and. Okay, cool. Sorry. If you're watching me on Twitch or on YouTube, I have it set up so that it just reminds everybody of my stuff. So, right, apply and all of its variations in one stroke. For some reason applies. Let me put apply. Just always escapes me. So PLI. How do you write your plot? Yeah, PL. Okay, so PLAE is what you do. And plea. So that's plea for me, which is weird because I can just do it in one stroke. It's weird sometimes how this works out. Because so there's plea, the PL long E, and that's the only thing it works for. But it's telling me that apply, PLAE, will conflict with it, which is weird. But my my cat software should be able to figure that out. So. And what I like about mine, Eclipse, if you don't use Eclipse or Case, I don't know, and Case probably does it the same way, is more and more when I go and scope my work in Eclipse, it kind of starts learning what I do it for. So, no, I'm gonna do like that, Stan, and I might be able to do ply as well, but I'm gonna do like this because if I'm gonna write, because I'll do plea like this, but ply like that. I'm sorry, apply. Excuse me. And then for apply, so PLAES would be maybe. Hold on a second before I don't want to confuse myself or anybody that's watching. Yeah, it's the Z ending. And applying, yeah, so forth. So PL this, so apply, applying, applied, applies. Cool. All right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's clear as mud. Hey, Ray Slop Stroke. You got that? Thanks for pointing that out, Stan. And that's one thing I like about when I first started streaming. I'm like, oh my god, these people are gonna tear me up, and that has never been the case. So I like that. You know, I like that people, Stan, Debbie, you guys are watching and seeing some of my strokes that I can fix, and I thoroughly enjoy that you guys do that. And I'm sure I speak for the rest of the students who are watching. They like that as well. Yeah, small words aren't worth the labor of more than 2 strokes. Absolutely. And there was one for an application. Who wrote that down? Give me a second. That was Stan. So, yeah. Application. I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm not gonna look it up. I believe you. No, I believe you, Stan. No, I meant like I like that. So just take whatever you use for apply, and then stick on endings. Yeah, I like that. See, Stan, I'm glad you showed up today, Stan. Application. And so applications, probably grab that Z in there. Damn you, computer. So yeah, applications, application, apply, applies, applying, applied. Look at that. I like it. All right, let's take a break real quick, guys. Yeah. Am I stroking wrong? PLRAEGS. Oh, okay. I see what you did. I see what you did there. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? It was Stan. Put that long A in there. Forgiven. Stan, you are forgiven. All right, let's take a quick break, guys. We'll be right back. right. I made it back in time. I see that Brian Stock is watching, my favorite Mormon. How's it going, buddy? All right, so we're going into section 5. We're going to drop it back down to 70 words per minute. I don't know where I marked it off where the last one is, so I don't know what's going to be in here. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. All right, so 70 words per minute. We're going to drop back down to 70 words per minute because I'm repeating myself apparently. Section 5, take 1. Here we go.
Negligence is the failure to exercise ordinary care and is the doing of some act which a reasonably prudent person would not do, or the failure to do something which a reasonably prudent person would do under circumstances similar to those shown by the evidence. A person may assume that every other person will exercise reasonable care for their own protection unless the circumstances indicate the contrary to a reasonably prudent person in the absence of reasonable cause for thinking otherwise.
That's otherwise. There it is. Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. My pen go. There it is. All right. So reasonable and prudent person for me, PRAO asterisk P. Oops, no. There it is. Reasonable and prudent person. Otherwise, I'm trying to think of anything else popped in there. Oh, prudent. Prudent by itself is that. Ordinary. How do you write unless in one stroke? Let me look. NLS. Okay, got it. NLS. Unless. Yep. That's what I have. Thanks, Stan. Let me find a place to write it here. NLS. Thanks, Debbie. Got it. And that's one of the things, too, that I like that when you guys are watching, I'll hear those words, like unless, and I two-stroke it, and I'm like, in my back of my mind, it's like, try to remember that word to see if there's a one-stroke for it, but then I never remember the word. So I'm glad you guys are there doing that for me. It's awesome. Thank you. All right, let's do 80 words per minute.
Negligence is the failure to exercise ordinary care and is the doing of some act which a reasonably prudent person would not do, or the failure to do something which a reasonably prudent person would do under circumstances similar to those shown by the evidence. A person may assume that every other person will exercise reasonable care for their own protection unless the circumstances indicate the contrary to a reasonably prudent person in the absence of reasonable cause for thinking otherwise.
Reasonable cause. All right. Debbie is the best. Reasonable cause. If probable cause, I wonder if I can do, or maybe like, that looks like Greek to me. Absent. Thanks, Stan. What happened there? Oh, make abs. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Because I probably use absence more than I would use abs. And then reasonable cause. Does anybody have a brief for that? Reasonable. Yeah, because I don't have one that's popping up for me. Maybe this? Yeah, my reasonable is this for me? Oops, sorry, left the asterisk. Reasonable. So I'm thinking if I do, oh, reasonable prudent person. I have that. Is that? So this would be whatever, but this is reasonable prudent person for me. PRAO asterisk P. Reasonable. Oh, reason, and then I don't think I do unless I stroke it like this. Let me look. Because I could be. Okay, so it looks like the way my theory is going is, I'm going to take this back. That's reason for me. R-E-A-N. So reason, reasonable, and then let me look at reasonably. If I spell it right, gotta get rid of that E. And then this for reasonably. So reason, I'm sorry, reason, reasoned. Man, I'm all over the map right now. Give me a second to recover from this. Reasonably, I'm sorry, reasonable, reasonably. There it is. Yeah, so, yeah, reason, reasonable, reasonably. Got it. Thumbs up. Finger guns. All right. Thanks for pointing that out, Stan. I like it when I have to think about it because I don't want to slop stroke everything like Ray. Slop slope Ray. Let's see. All right, 90 words per minute. Here we go. Sorry. My brain reloaded right in the middle of that. Right in the middle of that sentence. All right, here we go.
Negligence is the failure to exercise ordinary care and is the doing of some act which a reasonably prudent person would not do, or the failure to do something which a reasonably prudent person would do under circumstances similar to those shown by the evidence. A person may assume that every other person will exercise reasonable care for their own protection unless the circumstances indicate the contrary to a reasonably prudent person in the absence of reasonable cause for thinking otherwise.
Reasonable cause. I think I got off track when we were talking about reasonable anyway. Reasonable cause. I mean, do I just grab the K and L with it? I don't know, I'm trying to think if that would conflict with anything. If I just go reasonable cause. Because I can't do... I'm sorry. Reasonable cause. I'm trying to think it out. All right, Stan, we'll see you later. Thanks, bud. Be safe out there. Reason. Reasonable. Reasonably. I'm trying to think of reasonable cause. Like a grown-up. Yeah, I've I've noticed that too. Especially working from home. There are days like, when's the last time I showered? So I gotta get better at that. Not that I'm stinky nasty, but there are days I'm like, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. All right, so I think reasonable cause. I'm gonna try doing it like that and see. What that does. I'm just trying in my head. I'm sorry. I'm just trying in my head to think. That might be reasoning. Yeah, that would be reasoning. I'm gonna confuse myself. Sorry. I really wish there was something for that. No one's answering me. I blame Ray. Slops rook at Ray. All right, 100 words per minute. Here we go.
Negligence is the failure to exercise ordinary care and is the doing of some act which a reasonably prudent person would not do, or the failure to do something which a reasonably prudent person would do under circumstances similar to those shown by the evidence. A person may assume that every other person will exercise reasonable care for their own protection unless the circumstances indicate the contrary to a reasonably prudent person in the absence of reasonable cause for thinking otherwise.
All right. Unless. I keep two-stroking that, and we just talked about that. Stacy, you can't find anything in the brief. Yeah, so it just might not be one. Unless you make it up. Add to a dictionary, figure it out, because at least it's there. We've seen it. All right, 110.
Negligence is the failure to exercise ordinary care and is the doing of some act which a reasonably prudent person would not do, or the failure to do something which a reasonably prudent person would do under circumstances similar to those shown by the evidence. A person may assume that every other person will exercise reasonable care for their own protection unless the circumstances indicate the contrary to a reasonably prudent person in the absence of reasonable cause for thinking otherwise.
Oops, otherwise. There you go. I got a little hairy in that one, but not bad. Ray, how you feeling on this one? Stacy, you guys feeling okay on this one? Doesn't seem like it's too hard, but yet challenging enough, if that makes any sense. I like it. It sucks, Ray. Come on, Ray. Slop stroke it, buddy. I'm gonna write that down, by the way. Oh, well, I'm sure Ray will remember it for me. But I'm gonna start putting that on my briefs. Make a T-shirt. It says Steno Gamer Slopstroke, hashtag Slopstroke. Or just put it on a T-shirt, hashtag Slopstroke. I'm sure only court reporters will understand that. And if anybody ever looks it up, boom, there it is. I totally missed Colleen Brady. Thank you for the follow. It was 18 minutes ago, and I saw it, and then Ray got me sidetracked with Slopstroking. So thank you for the follow. Katie, if you're watching right now, thank you. And Dottie, thank you. You guys are amazing. Welcome to the stream. We kind of keep it all business, but Ray ruins it for everybody. I love you, Ray. My boy Blue. Ray, let me see. I never even tried. Have you ever tried to pronounce your last name? Osegueda. Did I say it right? Osegueda. I don't know how close I am. Found a site that has Steno on the front of t-shirts. Only a few would get it what it says. Yeah, I might. To be honest, I might. I do have a store. I don't go to it very often because it's under my old gamer tag or the Sklonger one, and I don't even know if it's still up. Let's look. And this, by all means, does not mean go there and buy stuff. I mean, I suppose I could push that, but I thought I had a store, to be honest. Oh, I do. I do have a store there, merchandise. I do. I just don't I can't change the website name because it was made using my original one. At least I don't know. I would have to call Streamlabs and find out if I can get it changed. Oh my gosh. So you can watch my live stream on that page and there's subtitles. Sorry, I'm just watching my subtitles. Oh, these are awful. Oh my God. Dude. I mean, it's pretty accurate, I guess. I'm just, wow. Wow. Here is the website, guys. I'm gonna make some hashtag Slopstroke shirts just for Ray. And now that I can see that, because if you go to that webpage, you can see my stream, even though I'm not sure. There's a big gap in the middle, so I don't know. Oh, it's because my I'm looking it up under my on my laptop. So where that big blank is in the middle that you guys see on my screen, that's what I'm seeing that exact same thing. So it makes it look weird. That is hilarious. Okay. Let me there we go. Sorry. I got distracted again. Damn it, Ray. Debbie, thank you for the follow. It's bad when you are king. Yeah, Slopstroke. All right. All right, section 6, 70 words per minute. We're going to slow it down a little bit. Here we go.
A person who himself is exercising ordinary care has a right to assume that the other persons are ordinarily intelligent and possess normal sight and hearing.
Possess.
The defense of contributory negligence has been raised, ladies and gentlemen, as to the claim being made by Mr. Vincent Rogers. I will now explain to you a little more what contributory negligence means.
All right. When you are keying the sections. Oh, is it I never listened to the I'm going to do that real quick. Sorry. We'll I want to see what it says here. Give me a second.
A person who himself is exercising ordinary care has a right to assume that the other persons are ordinarily intelligent and possess normal sight and hearing. The defense of contributory negligence has been raised, ladies and gentlemen, as to the claim being made by Mr. Vincent Rogers. I will now explain to you a little more what contributory negligence means.
Debbie, that contributory negligence brief is amazing. Thank you. Especially when it's fast. Yeah, I just can't keep up, I think. That's the AI. So that's something that definitely can convince you that we are needed. That AI is not going to be something that takes over our job. So we're good. All good in the hood. All right. We got what? About 10 minutes before I need to log. So we're going to do these, try to get these 3 done, and then do at least one 5-minute tape. You only see it when you watch on your phone. And it's weird because I'm watching on my phone, but I don't see the captions. But I don't know. I don't know why I don't. But when I go to my website, I can definitely see it. Yeah. That's awesome. I do need to call Streamlabs. Change website. Because I want it to be my gamertag.com. And that was my original one. But when I rebranded, that's what I left it to. So, all right, 90 words per minute.
A person who himself is exercising ordinary care has a right to assume that the other persons are ordinarily intelligent and possess normal sight and hearing. The defense of contributory negligence has been raised, ladies and gentlemen, as to the claim being made by Mr. Vincent Rogers. I will now explain to you a little more what contributory negligence means.
God, that's a big help. I kid you not, Debbie. You are awesome. That brief is just, it's money. It's money. All right, 100 words per minute.
A person who himself is exercising ordinary care has a right to assume that the other persons are ordinarily intelligent and possess normal sight and hearing. The defense of contributory negligence has been raised, ladies and gentlemen, as to the claim being made by Mr. Vincent Rogers. I will now explain to you a little more what contributory negligence means.
All right. 110. I'll try to burn through this so we can get it else done. 110, here we go.
A person who himself is exercising ordinary care has a right to assume that the other persons are ordinarily intelligent and possess normal sight and hearing. The defense of contributory negligence has been raised, ladies and gentlemen, as to the claim being made by Mr. Vincent Rogers. I will now explain to you a little more what contributory negligence means.
A little. Okay. Put that down there. All right. Let's take a break. I'll be right back. We're going to do the 1 5-minute take, so it's on the record, and so that people can practice to it, I guess. Sorry, brain restart again. I'll be right back. All right. Let's do that 1 minute take real quick so I can take care of some stuff here. 2 jury charge, 80, 5 minutes. Which one were we on? 41. I'm also chatting with Streamlabs to see how I changed my name, by the way. I have it on another tab. Let's see what they said. They say anything good? Oh, they're still writing. See? Look, I'm chatting with them. All right. Let's do this take real quick. This is going to be the original speed all the way through at 80 words per minute for a 5-minute take.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it now comes that time in the trial of the case that I give to you the law as you must apply it to this case. In this case, we've had an expert witness, a doctor, testifying. A witness who has special knowledge, skill, experience, training, or education in a particular science, profession, or occupation may give an opinion as an expert as to any matter in which he is skilled. In determining the weight to be given to such an opinion, you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, should consider the qualifications and credibility of the expert, as well as the reasons, the facts, and other matters upon which any opinion was based. You are not bound by any such opinion. Give it the weight, if any, to which you think it is entitled. In both of these cases, the plaintiffs have the burden of establishing by a preponderance of the evidence all of the facts necessary to prove: 1, that the defendant was negligent; 2, that the negligence of the defendant was a proximate cause of an injury and damage to the plaintiff; and 3, the nature and extent of the injuries claimed to have been suffered, the element of plaintiff's damage, and the amount thereof. Now there is an affirmative defense which has been raised as to the claim of Vincent Rogers. On that, the defendant has the burden of proof. He has the burden of establishing by a preponderance of the credible evidence, ladies and gentlemen, all of the facts necessary to prove that the plaintiff was negligent and that the plaintiff's negligence contributed as a proximate cause to the injury and damage claimed to have been suffered. This defense of contributory negligence applies only to Vincent Rogers. I have used the term negligence. Negligence is the failure to exercise ordinary care and is the doing of some act which a reasonably prudent person would not do, or the failure to do something which a reasonably prudent person would do under circumstances similar to those shown by the evidence. A person may assume that every other person will exercise reasonable care for their own protection unless the circumstances indicate the contrary to a reasonably prudent person in the absence of reasonable cause for thinking otherwise.
All right. Sweetness. All right, I gotta run. I gotta do some things and 7 things. I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see if I can get something fired up for later for happy hour. I'll let you guys know. If not, we'll get busy with it on Monday. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Spread the word. Ray, I'm gonna make that T-shirt. So keep an eye out for it. And I'll talk to you guys later.
I don't know how to predict where you'll be, and honestly, it's really stressing me out. 'Cause sometimes we're growing strong, and sometimes I feel like it's the wrong run. And it might be selfish, I know, but I need more stability. So I just wish we were constant and could stay the same for more than a week. 'Cause it feels like we lost it, and those variables hurt in various degrees. And oh, I know it's a lot to expect, but these changes are hard to accept. I just wish we were constant, 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 constantly. You're kinda distant sometimes, and I can't tell when your mind's made up. So we fight through the night, and everything's fine when we wake up. And it might be selfish, I know, but I need more stability.